4 days ago, the executive chairman of Ukwuani local government area, Honorable Barrister CSP Ajede, the Onotukus of the 13 quarters in Obiaruku, Obiaruku Community Development Association, OCDA, Obiaruku Community Youth Interim Leadership, Obiaruku Community Quarter Chairman, critical stakeholders, and security chiefs have unanimously resolved to schedule the Obiaruku Community Youth Election for Saturday, October 25th, 2025. Speaking during the meeting, the Ukwuani Council boss stated that contrary to the many unfounded speculations circulating on social media, the council did intervene in the Obiaruku Community Youth elections when the then youth president, Comrade Dahuda Bogo, and his vice president started having issues and controlling parallel executives at the twilight of their tenure. Barrister Ajede involved the stakeholders that there were a series of petitions and counter-petitions from the president and his vice, which were building up tension amongst the youth body. He continued, noting that the council stepped in to intervene when their tenure expired, and there was no succession plan in place for the election that should usher in the next youth government. At that point, the council prevailed upon the then youth president to immediately set up an electoral committee. However, just as the elections were about to be conducted some months back, a court clash broke out in Obiaruku, where about 12 young men in the community were killed. He pointed out that some of the aspirants and nominated delegates were suspected cultists who fled the scene when the fracas broke out. Following this incident, it became imperative to postpone the earlier scheduled election, and an interim youth executive was unanimously constituted by the Onotukus, youths, and quarter chairman. Speaking further during the Obiaruku Community Critical Stakeholders meeting, Barrister Ajede stated that while the internet and laws guaranteeing freedom of speech are positive, they should not be abused. He further emphasized that cyberbullying, inciting bad blood against people in government, and publishing of unverified claims are not acceptable behaviors. In his words, it is sad that some of our youth have decided to make it a daily habit to insult Obiaruku's illustrious sons and daughters for reasons best known to them, he lamented. He therefore urged the youth to harness the power of the internet to attract development to Ukwuani communities, instead of constantly berating the people of Ukwuani and politicizing every issue in the community. He also noted that youths across Africa are leveraging the internet to make a living, not by insulting their best. Meanwhile, the stakeholders had a resolution concerning the upcoming youth election, and they are as follows. 1. Each of the 13 quarters will produce 5 delegates for the election. 2. No known or identified cultists will be allowed to vote or stand for the election. 3. No known or identified cultists will be included in the delegate list. 4. Candidates will be screened on Monday, October 20th, 2025. 5. The quarter Onotukus, quarter chairman, representatives of OCDA, and councillors representing the quarters will jointly produce the delegates from each quarter. 6. The electoral committee will open the sales of forms to allow qualified and interested persons to purchase forms for any of the elective positions. A lot of people have been complaining that the chairman has been trying to get involved in the election for political benefits. But from this meeting, it is ample clear that the chairman has made it known that his involvement is to ensure that peace reigns in Obiaruku community during and after the elections, and that no level of insecurity will cripple the elections this time. The election shall be taking place at Emere Civic Center, Obiaruku. And that is the news on the hour. Audibility on the matter is my name. Thanks for watching.